Oh man, what a way to start the morning. First fish, slam this frog. It's definitely about a 4-pounder. All right, I'm out here on Cedar Lake. Water temps are 57.9 is what I got. Overcast. Wind's blowing a little bit. Got some rain coming later on this evening. It's supposed to get up to the 70s. Air temps right now are like 61, 62. That's a good sign though. First cast with a frog. Gotta go. On my way back from Cedar, man, it was windy. Probably at least 20-mile-an-hour winds. There were some gusts that had to be close to 40. That just about knocked me out of the boat. It was ridiculous. I actually swung the front end of the boat around. It was bad, bad, bad. Water temps started out I think around 58, which I was kind of surprised because the water temps have been in the mid 60s. But I guess that cold rain, we had some cold rain Sunday, and then a cold front pushed through, so it knocked the water temps back down. But by the end of the day, I had 62. So they're rebounding. This is the first day of the full moon cycle in April, and I caught some fish up really shallow that had a little bit of roughed up tails on them. I caught some fish on a frog, which was really cool. In fact, I missed a monster. I don't know how big, but it looked like a walrus coming out of the water and smacking my frog. I may have some footage. If I do, it's going to go right here. That was a monster fish. Just blew up on my bait. I mean, like a 6 or 7 pounder. Holy crap. Caught fish on spinnerbait. Spinnerbait bite was on a little bit in the wind. Caught a few fish flipping. And I caught a fish, had some bites on the Carolina rig. I kind of got burnt out flipping shallow, so the last hour I tried to stay out on some points and throw a Carolina rig just to change it up, and ended up catching one. I had about 3 or 4 bites. Rig fish. Tried something different. So there's some fish out there. I saw some fish on the graph out there. They're probably, you know, that's just kind of a staging area. Some that have already spawned are working their way out. Some that are getting ready to or working their way in. After I put my boat on the trailer, I was in the parking lot, and there was a guy there with his son. They had just pulled out, and we started talking, and he was from Chicago. He asked me he said I looked familiar, and he asked me if I had a YouTube channel, and I told him yeah, and he said he'd watched the channel and stuff, which is kind of crazy. I was kind of shocked being so far away. But he was in town for a few days. He'd fished Egypt and was fishing Cedar, Said he saw Cedar on my channel, so he wanted to come down and give it a try. So just a shout out to Keith, nice guy. Gave him a few baits to try over at Egypt, and I hope they work out for you, Keith. I really appreciate the compliments and the feedback on the channel. It's good to meet people like that. Safe travels. The water's still really stained over there. I was kind of surprised with that too. Pomona's really stained, like 6 inches, and even the main lake's got pretty heavy stain. You can get some clear water on the back side of that grass. It's kind of filtered it out. So, you know, the front of the grass is 6 inches of visibility, and then back behind it, you got 1.5 feet. It's kind of cool. You can actually see how the filtration system works in real time. Went back in the east arm, and it's pretty stained too. I didn't go up north, so I'm not sure what that looks like, but water's still really stained. There's a lot of grass. There's going to be a lot of grass this year. I was kind of hoping there wouldn't be as much. I was hoping the high muddy water that we had this winter and early spring would kill some of it off, but it's going to be hot and heavy, and it's real slimy right now. It's kind of a pain to fish anything through. You're constantly cleaning your bait off. So that's something that we're going to have to deal with this year. But like I said, I caught some fish on a frog, and that's always fun. Found some pockets that had some fry, lots of fry, you know, in the grass and stuff. And I'm sure some of those fish that I caught on a frog and bites I had were either fish on beds or just fry garters.
Alright, there's a lot of fry in this little pocket, and I was thinking if I just kept throwing this frog, that one of these fry garters would grab it. That's exactly what happened. So I'm going to run with that a little bit, see what happens. Dogfish. Okay, just caught this fish on a frog. It's my second one on a frog. Actually, the first fish I hooked was a really big one. It came off. Then I had a massive fish blow up on it, probably 6 pound range, maybe 7. Just saw a huge head porpoise. That was back down the bank. So what's going on is, this is the full moon, the first day of the full moon cycle in April. So water's about 58 degrees. It's a little cooler than I thought, but I'm banking on these fish pulling up, and I'm just trying to cover a little water, throw something over the top of them if they're on a bed, and so far it seems to be working.
Caught fish on spinnerbait. Spinnerbait bite was on a little bit in the wind.
Gone, choked. That was cool, liking that. Man, it's super windy out here. Windy, windy, windy. That's what you call eating a spinnerbait. Nice one. That's what I'm talking about. Ugh. Big old fatty. Fish came on a spinnerbait, just slow rolling it off the grass line. She slammed it. That was awesome. Do it again. Midday recap. It's been a pretty decent day so far. Started out near the boat ramp and throwing a frog. First fish I caught was a really nice fish. Fortunately, it got off right at the boat. I got a big old beaver sneaking in the water up in front of me. Gotta be careful, keep an eye on them. There's a beaver nest right behind me, or beaver den, beaver pile. So then I had another huge fish just nose up on that frog and didn't take it. I set the hook and the frog came flying out of the water. Had several more bites on a frog, caught a few on a frog. Then I ran down the lake back here in the east arm and ended up catching a really nice one flipping. Caught another pretty good one flipping. And caught another frogfish, had another bite. So what's going on is there's definitely fish up on the bank. I'm seeing a lot of fry in the grass. So I've been throwing that frog around the fry to see if I can get some of the fry garters to blow up on it, and it's worked a few times. Problem I'm having is this grass right now is super snotty. So anything you're pitching, you're having to clean your bait almost every time. It's kind of annoying, but I think it's like that all over the lake right now. So that's just something you got to deal with. So I'm gonna eat me a sandwich. I've got a couple hours to fish. The wind's starting to pick up. It's starting to get a little bit sunny, partly cloudy, blue skies, and I'm gonna go try a few more pockets and see if I can catch a few fish. Caught a few fish flipping. Got another flipping fish. That tail. They're definitely making beds right now. Nice fish. That last fish I caught, I flipped to one side of the laydown, no bites. Flipped to the other side. That's when I caught it. So, gotta make sure you cover both sides of the wood. So all I'm doing is I'm on the inside grass line and I'm just pitching to this vegetation, or to this wood. And it's kind of a pain in the butt because there's so much grass and it's real snotty right now. And you got to clean your bait off every time. But, you know, if that's what they want, that's what you got to do. So I'm going to keep my head down and get back after it. I pulled in this little pocket, started with the frog, wasn't getting bit, and I started flipping a crawl. Flipped next to this little laydown, and just a nice fish. Pushing 5 pounds. Nice one. Yeah, loving it. Tail's a little bit, got a little bit of red to it. The water temperature is like 59 degrees. It must have dropped because it's been in the 60s. So I know we had some cold weather the last couple nights. But I'm gonna put her back. That was a nice fish. Like that.
But overall, it was a really good day. You know, temps were, it's 72 right now. It started out at 61 this morning. It's starting to cloud up. They're predicting some pretty heavy weather late this evening and through the early mornings of it's Wednesday today, so Thursday. Overnight, basically. Heavy storms and high wind. Thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like it, share it with somebody you think would like it, and leave some comments. What's going on with you? So, till next time. Forgot to mention, if you're going to Cedar, they still got 127 closed near Alto Pass. 2 ways to get there. You can go all the way into Anna and take 51. Go fish the north end of the lake, put it in the Carbondale boat ramp, or you can take 51 and go through Cobden and come out at Alto Pass, or you can take the route that I've been taking. You still take 127 and you get on, it's called Aldridge Road. It's like a 3-mile little goat trail. It's pretty rough. It takes you right into Cobden. Then from Cobden, you take a left there and you get on Skyline Drive. And Skyline Drive is a real nice road. It's really smooth. And it takes you right into Alto Pass. And then you get right back on 127 and head back towards the Pomona boat ramp. And last I heard, 127 was going to be closed until the end of the year. So it's going to be like this for a while. But I just don't like going through Anna. It's so rough. So I'm still going through Cobden to fish the Pomona area. So that's the lowdown.